So another one is the deaths of main characters. We're gonna look at Han Solo and Luke and Chewie. So first up, Han Solo's death. It sucks from a perspective of if you come from episode 1 to 6, you come into 7, and you're like, my god, Han Solo, he's dead. But if you look at it from a perspective of not nostalgia, you're kind of like, it's fucking stupid. He gets killed by his son, right? That's a powerful thing, but we don't see that build-up of Han with his son. Especially since Han becomes a piece of shit, because when his son did turn to the dark side, he left Leia and his son. He just left and went back to being a fucking smuggler. That's the problem here. There's no respect for these new characters in the sequel trilogy. They just want you to be like, here's your old characters, let's throw them out the window, and there's these new characters which are basically perfect and whatever. Not perfect, they're better because reasonings, and it's just so fucking stupid. So let's look at Han and Luke's death. So, in Legends, Chewie dies, right? Chewie dies saving a planet, or at least a whole group of people trying to leave a planet, and Anakin solo. And it was beautiful, right? He goes and saves a few people, they get on the ship, but it gets blown away from the orbiting giant thing coming to smash down the moon. Chewie knows that if they come and stay, they're going to leave, but Han's not going to do that. Han loves Chewie and he wants to save him. Fair enough. So what does Han do? He goes, I'll be right there. He rushes down. Anakin Solo looking at Chewie. Chewie's like, go, go, basically. Anakin runs up to the Falcon and passes his father, who literally sees Chewie die, or at least moments before he dies, and he gets out of there. Anakin Solo shoots all the way out of there, closes the back off, and Chewie's last, Han's last vision of Chewie is, well, sadness and death, right? It was perfect. It was fantastic. Chewie went out emotionally, went out powerfully, and he went off saving the Solo family, something he's done many a times. Thematically beautiful, it was a powerful moment. But then it got even better. Han literally starts to blame his son for the death of Chewie. Han then learns that he, nor Luke, nor Leia, nor Mara are invincible, and that they can be killed. He then starts, but then this is the most powerful thing. He starts to be scared for his children. He never really was scared for, because he's like, they're Jedi, they can do this and that. But he starts to become scared, and there are moments where he really wants to save his family. And then there's the moment of him understanding, going, wow, I've been a fucking idiot, I'm sorry. Like, he literally goes for an arc of condemning his son for the death of Chewie, but then understanding that it's not his fault, he did the right thing. Like, that was a powerful moment. And you know what? Anakin didn't go to the fucking dark side. Anakin went through hell, you sure, but none of this shit, and then Han didn't decide to just leave his family, his 2 kids and his wife, well, 3 kids and his wife. He actually stayed and learned different things. It was beautiful. What does new Han do? Oh, wow. Our son's a monster. Well, I better get the fuck out of here. Huh. Yeah. And then we look at Luke. This is the thing that really saddens me. So, yes, Luke got a bit OP'd in the end, but the stories building up to that were really fucking good. My favourite one being when he's actually holding his son in his hands after being born. Luke understands he's got something else to fight for. He has to fight for the Vong. He has to fight for this war. Remember, Luke never understood the idea of being a father, because he never really had that father figure, other than Ben Kenobi. But in terms of who his father really was, Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, he never knew that. And it was a great experience for him to actually become a father. There's some great moments there. One of the best moments in the books of Legends is when he's trying to fix R2-D2 and he can't. He's like, for Criff and hell, or something like that. And then he turns around and Ben Skywalker's there, just like, Ben, don't tell your mother. Can I eat this? Can I have another one of these? Yeah, sure, just don't tell your mum. And I was like, that's perfect. That's exactly what kids do. But we're probably not going to see that in the new canon, because for some reason Luke has to be a hermit that had nothing. He can't have a legacy. Because that's not good, and no, I don't know. I've given up on whatever the fuck they're doing anymore. And that's the thing. But also, the ideas of what happens with... Oh, God, I got something right now. Fucking hell. Oh, God. But that's the thing. What Luke goes through. Luke, later on, goes through a lot of hell. He loses Jedi that he sent on missions, but he has to deal with that. He has to understand that he's doing what a Grandmaster, Jedi Master does. And he keeps everybody that dies from his order close to him. And that's great because he doesn't get thrown back to, okay, all the Jedi are here, he fucked up and they're all dead. He didn't do that. And it was perfect for that because he went through what Luke went through, but even better because he kept going. He never just thought about killing Ben, his Ben Skywalker in his sleep, or Jason, Jaina, or Anakin Solo in their sleep. He never thought of that. He thought about pushing them and making them the best they can be, and dealing with all the downsides of who he is and such. He went through hell, and he became a better character for it. This new one, no. And what's great is his Jedi Order actually did get destroyed a few times. Not in terms of a massacre, because Legends understood that they don't have to rehash the original trilogy again, do something different. They went, you know what? We sort of fucked up a bit. We'll do this. So, Yavin 4 gets destroyed. The Temple in Yavin 4. They moved to Ossus and stuff like that. That was great. But yeah. So, that's my thoughts on a variety of things. I feel like the Legends was great. Legends was fantastic. And the new canon just doesn't feel right because, let's get down to brass tacks here. When George Lucas created Star Wars from episode 1 to 6, he did it. He went into this universe. He spent time on it because he wanted to tell a good story with great characters. That was his passion. Of course, that is all up in the air with fandom and stuff. But in the end, he did it for the passion of creating a world and universe and a story. Disney, however, Lucasfilm, they have an agenda now. They are creating Star Wars for the money, for this stupid ass agenda, for giving us a Mary Sue, for just having no imagination. They're throwing out a lot of soul of Star Wars because they want to make more of that, which is bullshit in every single perspective I can think of. And to me, this is why I'm kind of losing faith in Star Wars. Now, there are moments that can be fixed. This is the big one coming in. So what can be fixed in this current timeline that I think could work and make Star Wars better, at least the sequel trilogy? Not all of it, but parts of it. First up, retcon the destruction of Luke's Jedi Order. Have it that the destruction of the Jedi Order that he had, that Ben Solo destroyed, was his second batch of students, and that 10 years prior he finished his first batch, and the first batch went across the galaxy or went into the outer known regions. Give us a reason that there is another batch of students out there, or a big batch of 100, 200 students out there that can become a reality. Second off, make it that Luke did get married to Mara Jade and had a kid. Then incorporate Cade Skywalker from Legends as his son. For those who don't know, Cade Skywalker is the great grandson of Luke Skywalker in canon, at least in Legends, although I do consider Legends canon, so my canon at least. And what happens is, he is a Skywalker who has to continue on the legacy of the Skywalker, but he doesn't want it. He doesn't want any of that. He saw his father get killed by a new viewer Sith, and he's like, no, fuck this, I'm out. Like, he gets taken away from the group of the Jedi. He becomes a mercenary who's a sex and drug-filled kind of asshole. And he doesn't want anything to do with the Skywalker lineage. He doesn't want to be a Jedi. He doesn't want any of that. He just wants to live his life the way he lives it as a bounty hunter. Or mercenary bounty hunter. And it obviously comes to him and he can't escape it. And it was an interesting story. And you could incorporate that into this new canon. And it would be interesting. Because Cade Skywalker was one of the most interesting characters in Legends. And you know what? They should bring him back. Absolutely, they should bring him back. Another one would be the aspects of what comes next. Give us something more. Give us... Like, the Republic's gone, at least. I mean, maybe the third film could have that by the end of it, the Republic's back, which would make this new trilogy even stupider. Hey guys, Republic's back, it's gone, now it's back again, because reasonings, because telling a fucking story is so fucking hard with fucking Disney or JJ, because reasons, right? Another retcon I would think they should have is basically give us another reason why Rey, other than being a chosen one, which kind of seems the way they might be going here, as to why she's so good. Well, at least a concrete answer. In the books, it said that she stole all these Force powers because she mind-raped Kylo in Episode 7. Okay. That's dumb, but okay. Give us more of a reason as to why she's so strong. Just don't make her chosen 1 2.0, because then that just ruins Anakin's story, which, I mean, you've ruined Luke's story, why the fuck not? Now, of course, some of these things might happen, probably not, but because Disney's a Disney and fucking Lucasfilm or whatever, just fucked up, but I don't think they will. They're probably not going to, but these aspects I think could really help out. Have it that there's something more out there. Have it that there's more Jedi, that there's more respect for these characters. Have it that Mara Jade's out there. Maybe have it that Kylie actually did have a sister. That would be cool. I like Jaina. But give us a Jaina solo or something like that. But just... that's my biggest problem with the sequel trilogy. All you had to do was take the best of Legends, the best of the main Star Wars films, put them together, and you had something interesting. But you went the cliched way. You went the cliched way of tearing down these characters with no real effort and respect. I would have been fine with Lucas killing off Luke at the end of his sequel trilogy, which he said he was going to do, because he would have had a arc, he would have had a legacy, and he would have failed and just kept going. That's what we wanted to see. We wanted to see respect for the first 6 films, and then some. We wanted to see so much more of this galaxy and universe. New ships, new aliens, new Jedi Order, maybe new Sith, or something like that. Dark Jedi, just out of everything they could have done, they threw it all away for nostalgia and bullshit. And that's my biggest problem with this new trilogy, with the Star Wars as it is now. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's going to be some great stories. I can't wait to see these stories of Luke's New Order, even though I know they're going to die and such, but Clone Wars has shown that you can have Jedi that are going to be destroyed and killed, but you can still love them. Unfortunately, I'm going to know that none of this makes any sense because Luke's still going to fail in the end, and it's complete bullshit. But I'm going to enjoy those stories. Who knows? They might pull a fast one and say, guys, look, there's actually more that survived, which honestly, I feel like that's the way to go now. Sequel trilogy, and 2 films in, I don't care about anything other than Kylo Ren. He's my only interesting favourite character. Rey, get fucked. Poe, interesting in terms of on-screen presence. And if you read a few comic books, yes. But so far, he needs a bit more. Same with Finn. Rose, well, she exists. That's it, really. So there's so much more they can do. And one film left, though, to tie it all together. I don't know if they're going to do it. So I guess we'll wait and see. I'm definitely going to do a review on the next Star Wars film. But unfortunately, so far, I don't give a shit. This is my first time in years where I've just given up on Star Wars, at least the sequel trilogy. I still play Legends, I still read Legends, I still collect Legends and Clone Wars and original trilogy stuff, but the sequel trilogy? No. All I care for is Kylo Ren. That's it. But if Disney can do a few retcons, Disney Lucasfilm would do a few retcons, make it interesting, and actually punch JJ in the face and tell him to stop using fucking nostalgia as a crutch because it's stupid and you're ruining aspects of Star Wars where the entire theme of its creation was imagination, which you put none into when you made Episode 7. Wow, you can see how annoying that gets, right? Please, please, just don't fuck it up. You fucked up twice. Don't do it a third time. Make Episode 9, The Revenge of the Sith, of your saga. Make it something that's so fucking amazing that we'll be talking about it for years, not social justice warrior bullshit. But we'll see. This is a long video, which I'm going to cut into parts anyway, so. But yeah, hopefully my ramblings made as much sense as it did. I've lost a part of Star Wars. I've loved Star Wars since I was a kid, and this sequel trilogy is kind of not doing it for me. But again, if it's doing it for you, that's fine. If you love this universe, if you love the sequel trilogy and you think it's perfect, go for it. That's your opinion. You love it. I, on the other hand, don't. And that sads. And at the very least, however, try Legends. If you're a fan of even if you're a fan of the sequel trilogy, try Legends. There's some great stuff there. If you're a fan of Star Wars, but not the sequel trilogy, try Legends. Legends has everything that you're looking for and more. It has respect for the character. It has the legacies for the character. And there's some crazy stuff in there. But it respects it had the same heart and soul that Lucas had for the original 6 films than whatever the hell Disney and Lucasfilm has now for Star Wars. Anyway, that is Aussie Viking out. I shall see you all in Valhalla. And hopefully the Jedi Temple. Bye.